February 25, 1954. Senator Joseph McCarthy took on the United States Army. He issued summonses to Army officers, browbeat a brigadier general, and accused the Army of giving an honorable discharge to an alleged communist sympathizer. It was the beginning of the end for what was known as McCarthyism. Wisconsin Senator Joe McCarthy had been exploiting the nation's fear of communism for his own gain. Americans not only feared the Soviet Union, but they worried that communists were infiltrating the government in an attempt to overthrow America. And McCarthy was the man most responsible for reinforcing such fears. The term McCarthyism came to be synonymous with witch hunt, the act of making serious but unsubstantiated charges against people in public life. McCarthy's witch hunt began in 1950 when he announced he had a list of 205 known communists employed by the State Department. His charges led to years of Senate and House investigations and were responsible for many people losing their jobs and being blacklisted from the industries in which they worked. Reputations were destroyed, families torn apart, and popular condemnation was brought down upon people who were accused by McCarthy. McCarthy's own undoing began when he leveled his accusations against the U.S. Army, and the hearings were for the first time televised nationally. Finally, the American public would see him in action.
Joseph McCarthy is accompanied by his wife, on crutches, when he attends a subcommittee investigation in Washington. Army Secretary Stevens further accuses McCarthy, who has his Lieutenant Roy Cohn close by his side, of using improper pressure during his probes into communism in the Army.
The U.S. Army was outraged by McCarthy's accusations. McCarthy even accused President Eisenhower of treason. After almost a month of proceedings, the Senate found that fellow Senator McCarthy acted in a manner they called contemptuous and reprehensible. The committee, led by Senator Watkins of Utah, heard so much testimony it took this cart to carry it. On December 2nd, the Senate voted 67-22 to censure McCarthy for conduct unbecoming a senator. He told reporters how he felt about the condemnation.
I feel no different tonight than I did last night. I am very happy to have this circus ended so that we can get back to the work of digging out communism, corruption, treason in government. That job will start officially Monday morning after 10 months of forced inaction.
McCarthy was soon seen, even by his supporters, as a man with no sense of decency. His popularity rapidly declined. He died less than 3 years later of cirrhosis of the liver, ending the national nightmare known as the McCarthy era. And his downfall began on that fateful day, February 25th, 1954.